Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Different sort of video today. Michael O'Leary this week got pied in the face, Ryanair's boss, and it got me thinking again about the fact they always get criticised and they're rip-off merchants and they're this, that and the other. So I had also been thinking about doing a one-day trip, which turned out to be Paris, as you now know. So I thought this would be a good time to use Ryanair and test them. From booking, which I'm going to do now here with you, to going through the airport procedures and all that sort of stuff, flying with them, coming back, all of that, and at the end give you my true verdict, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more in a second, my true verdict on what I think of Ryanair. You know, you hear so many people bad-mouthing them, hating him. Most commonly, they're a rip-off, they overcharge for stuff, they're inflexible, they don't help you out, just everything. And there's no doubt that many people do end up paying more than they should pay, paying more than the fare that they were quoted. So we're going to find out, is that true? Is it because some people are smarter than others? Is it because some people are lazier than others? Why so many people complaining about them? Another one, they all do this EasyJet, everybody, is, you know, you arrive 30 seconds late and they will not let you on the flight. You know the airplane's sitting there for the next 45 minutes and they won't let you on. And people are shouting and screaming. You used to see the EasyJet program and people fighting with them. But I have my views in that, which will definitely not be everyone's views. You know, they're cheap, and they keep it cheap by sticking to certain principles. One, you don't pay any fees for your plane taking off late. The fees for plane taking off late are very expensive. If they wait on one person, they have to pay that fee. So the rule is, we never wait, we never have a fee to pay. Someone comes late, it's their problem, not ours. And I would add at this point, anyone who does argue with them, don't. You'll never win the argument. It's like if you're overweight or you're late and you've missed it, it's your fault. It is. It just is. Don't hate me. Right. At no point in breaking through the security and running after the plane, they'll not stop. When you're on the flight, don't complain about the price of the food and then buy it. It's overpriced. Leave it alone. But they're not forcing you to buy it. It's up to you. It's all about business, and it supports people who want cheap flights and who are willing to do everything right to make sure they get their cheap flight subsidised by people who do the opposite. You know, everyone that pays more, gets fined, buys expensive food, they're paying for your flight, they're paying for your discount. That doesn't make Ryanair sinners, but I'm going to reserve final judgment for the end of the video. So as I said, in this video, I'm really going to be Ryanair to the test. I'm going to book a flight. I'm going to go somewhere, I'll go somewhere nice. I'm going to go to Paris. Ideally, early morning flight, late evening flight. I don't yet know if that's possible, but that means I can make the video that hopefully I've made that you've already seen before this one, although I haven't made it yet. Does that make sense? So to give me a day, I want to try and avoid maybe getting the flight back 3 or 4 hours later, you know, and just going and having to sit in the airport and flying the whole way back. But if I have to do that, I'll do that, because this video is about Ryanair and the whole process. And are they rip-offs? Are they good for people or bad? Right? So, from just outside Belfast to Dublin, fly to Paris, back to Dublin, back home here, same day. And I'm going to share the whole experience with you from start to finish. Now, as I said, what I'm going to say now might rile some people. I like Ryanair. I like the discount airlines. I like what they do. If you use, this is my view, if you use them properly and common sense and stay within their rules, what's not to like? They're cheapest fares you'll get everywhere, especially Ryanair. But they come under all sorts of criticisms. And it'll be interesting to see, like, whenever someone says, it's terrible, you know, I went and I was only a wee bit overweight in my bag and they're charging me fortune and whatever. My brain doesn't compute to that. My bags aren't going to be overweight. I have a wee thing to weigh my bag, although I won't need it for this trip because I won't have a bag other than my camera bag. But you just stay within the rules. Alright, so I'm going to go onto the computer now, right now. I'll let you see it. I'll let you see my process of booking. And then we'll come back and talk for a few seconds for now. Alright, here we go. Right, where am I? Oh, a whole load of stuff already open. Let's get all this closed. Sorry about that. Now, during this process, I'll fast forward a lot. I'll cut out all the waiting pages, loading and all that sort of stuff, so you'll see most of it. But I'm going to go initially to the Skyscanner. So, Dublin, Paris. Now, let's see. Departure date, we want the... By the way, this is now Monday. So, Wednesday, 2 days from now. So, we'll go for Wednesday. And return date, Wednesday. So, it's the 13th of the 9th. The 13th of the 9th. Search. Oh, actually, that first one's fantastic. So, it hasn't finished loading yet, but that's 5:45 in the morning, really early, and late in the evening. Perfect for me. That flight is perfect for me. €56 as well, which is very good. So, I'll take that time because that will allow me to do a proper visit to Paris and make a video. So that's brilliant. Right. So we're going to select this. Right, so 5:45, 10:30, check everything, miss nothing. 1.5 hours, 1 hour 40, go down, make sure we've selected the cheapest one. Go on down, millions of travellers, passenger name, I'll fill that in now and then move on and I'll let you see it. Check in bags, make sure they're not charging you don't have to take anything out. 0000 cabin baggage options, few other options, don't need it. So as I said earlier in the video, my bag, proper size, proper weight, no way am I going to get caught out, but you just make sure on the website that there's nothing you're missing. Right, seats, of course we're not going to pay for seats. Total 0, make sure it says 0, confirm. It's going to keep trying to convince me. Continue. Yeah, anyone, we've all booked, we all know all this. Most people know what I'm showing you now, like I'm not trying to be smart. Alright, so contact details I'm going to fill in again and then jump ahead. Continue. Again, small bag only, included, no charge, select. Right here we'll go through the same process obviously with insurance. I'm going to keep trying to talk us into it and I keep checking the price down here. We're still 55. That's still the right flight, still no baggage, back down, basic, included, select. Continue with basic support, select. Still no added price. No, I don't want my insurance added to my booking, that's good. No. Continue. Travel without insurance. I don't know what that is and I'm going to say no. Free, continue. Alright, so now it's asking me for the card number again. I'm going to fill this in and I'm going to book this. I'm going to fill this in and then jump ahead again. And just before we go any further, don't want an invoice, which you probably pay for. So total price still $54.65 and book. Right? So that's just now booked. You know what the plans are. We know we're not going to get tripped up with baggage being too heavy. We know we're not going to get tripped up with bag too big, anything like that. We haven't paid for any extras. Don't need any extras. We haven't been charged any more than we're quoted, so that's fantastic. So the next time I'm going to see you will be on Wednesday morning, very, very early. And by the magic of technology. It's 2:30. Why am I doing this? Right. It's still very early. Truth is, I love driving this time of the morning. 99.9% of the population is asleep. Ta-da! A good start, Ryanair on time.
Minutes later.
Obviously, I have to get through security. 4:30. Coffee time. Right, so far so good. Waiting to get on the plane, no problems. Straight in, straight through security. Well, nearly straight through security. Did search my bag. Now, a few other wee points that have to be made. I know that many people out there will have legitimate gripes with Ryanair. As we know in this day and age, most companies out there are a nightmare to deal with if you have a problem. From terrible complaint systems to robot-like telephone reps. So I do understand that and I do agree. But I'm not talking about legitimate problems, legitimate complaints. I'm only talking about unlegitimate complaints. Anyway, you know what I mean. Oh, and I should have asked, do you think Michael O'Leary deserved the pie in the face? Answer in the comments below. Another wee thing you have to be careful of. Make sure that you check in within 24 hours of your departure. If you check in before that, they try to charge, well, they will charge you. And so you have to check in after that. But also make sure you've done that 2 hours prior to arriving at the airport. Because they'll also charge you a big fee for printing your ticket. So 24 hours before, 2 hours before. So there's a 22-hour time slot there where you need to check in. Right, time to go fly. I'm waiting for the queue to disappear and it's almost disappeared.
Remain in your seats for the road safety, thank you.
2 hours later.
Welcome to Paris, 8:35 AM. Just arrived so far today. It's been painless travel. Now, before I head back, make the journey back, would you like to have a very quick look around Paris? The full video of Paris will have been uploaded a couple of days ago. So I'll put a link below, so if you want to go and have a look at it, you can. And if you're enjoying my videos, why not subscribe? Just hit the wee subscribe button down below. Wee thumbs up would be good, comments are great, but subscribe would be great. So a very quick look at Paris, and then I'm heading back. So that is the end of a very long day. I'm back at the airport and about to do the reverse journey. Now I'm not going to record it. If anything happens to do with Ryanair or any problems, I'll turn the camera on. But leave my final thoughts to tomorrow because I'm starting to feel tired now. I've been talking all day into the camera. Alright, speak to you in the morning.
Tomorrow.
Right, so before this next bit, I have to say, sometimes in life, you just gotta be silly. You got to not care, and I don't. But I do apologise for what you're about to see. I just couldn't help myself. And Buster and Molly say hello. No, who's that? Buster? He bit my cousin last week. Bit my cousin. I think that's 9 people he's bitten. What a nightmare of a dog. Does anybody want him? They can have him. And that's not a joke. Right, let's move on to the weird bit. Let's move on to the weird but good bit. So, welcome to my airport. You will have no idea how long it took for me to learn to do this. I obviously have way too much time in my hand. And really sorry for any of the interruptions that happened during this. It's a very busy airport, right? Now, time to sum up my opinion of Ryanair. And it's not an easy task, or is it? It is an easy task. So, I've decided to do it in the form of pros and cons and take it from there, okay? And I'm going to start with the cons. Number 1, penalties designed to catch you out if you do not stick to their exact booking procedure. For example, checking in the last 2 hours before your flight takeoff time. They will charge you over €50. Terrible. And all they're going to do is print you off a ticket. Now that's definitely has to be seen as a type of rip-off. Gangsterism. This doesn't sound like someone who's defending Ryanair. Maybe I'm changing my mind. Right. Number 2, the booking system seems to be designed to make some people confused and make them think that they are either required or safer to book some of the extras. For example, booking a seat, stop barking. I think I know it all. Or paying for insurance. It does seem to be designed that way that you'll be to make people who aren't sure doubt themselves. And remember, unless you specifically want one of the extras, like a seat with extra leg room because you have long legs or something like that, unless you have a reason, you don't need to take any of their extras. No insurance, no seats. Go through it with confidence that you can absolutely say no, don't want, and keep checking, price hasn't been up, that you haven't been led into taking something. Alright? What number am I on? 3. The actual cost of checked baggage. When you bring a case and you give it to them to look after for you. Looks like they're not allowed in airports. It's illegal. Hope somebody reports them to the police. Good. Where was I again? It's a shocking price. So if you're going anywhere for any length of time and you need more stuff than a small bag, you're being forced into spending a big chunk of money you don't need. I never do, again, because I pack in such a way, no matter how long I'm going away, that I can get it into the small bag. You know? 4, I only think these numbers are right, by the way. Doesn't really matter if they're not. 4, the unsociable, awkward hours that you have to take some of your flights. Like, for example, my Paris flight, 5:30 in the morning. That's difficult. And some people it's going to be more difficult than others. I was up so early to do the flight, and driving to Dublin added to that, you know. But it is what it is. 5, I think the uncomfortable seating and the cost of things in the plane. Very basic inside the plane. No adjustment for relaxing or anything like that. Again, they argue that's what helps them or allows them to give you. See, pilots are nuts. Some of them are really crazy. To give you cheap flights. 6. Well, actually, I'm not going to go on. You could go on and on and on. There's loads of cons. There definitely is loads of cons all along those lines, right down to not liking Michael Leary. But I'm going to move on now to pros. Number 1, they're cheap. They're actually dirt cheap. As long as you stick to within their rules, don't allow yourself to get tripped up. They're hard to beat on cost. Almost impossible to beat on cost. I mean, to think that I flew to Paris and back for £55, was it euro? Euro, pounds, can't remember. £55. It's amazing. 2, second Pro. No, can't really think of one. Geez, that's a lot of cons. 1 Pro. Okay, so that's it. Obviously, in my opinion, based on everything I've said here, I think Ryanair are the best low-cost traveller around, especially for people who want to travel low cost. Is that a word? Yeah, the way I said that. Yeah, I'm not good at English grammar. So yeah. So for all the cons, at the end of the day, they're cheap. You stick to the rules. You make sure you do everything right. They stay cheap. I've said this earlier in the video, and I will say it again. I know they can be a nightmare. I know people have had terrible problems with them. I know people have been charged when they shouldn't have been charged. So that goes on everywhere nowadays. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, I've never ever had to pay extra money with Ryanair, and I hope I never will, and as long as I'm careful, I don't think I ever will. And that tells me that everyone out there should be the same. And if you're paying fines, etc., it must be your fault for not following the rules. Sorry, again, don't hate me. And me, I'll keep using them for as long as I can still figure out their booking system. But I won't be putting their name forward for the Nobel Peace Prize or anything like that anytime soon. So there you go. That's what I think. I hope you don't hate me now. But I'd love to hear your comments in the comments section below. Hopefully budget airlines are here to stay, and hopefully, do you know something? Seeing a video like this, I hope I change one person's mind, but I don't think so. It's one of those subjects where you either love them or hate them. Nothing's going to change your mind. But this, I don't love them at all. I don't love them at all. But I like that I can get flights dirt cheap. And for someone who travels a lot, like me, that's perfect. Alright, so I'm going to leave it off there. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It only takes a second and it really helps. Channel's struggling at the minute because I haven't been in Spain and I haven't been doing my usual type of videos. So please give it a thumbs up. I'm getting hardly any comments. I'd love to hear your comments. This is a good subject. If you enjoy the videos, please subscribe. If you think you're going to enjoy future videos, please subscribe. But until next time, bye for now.